YouTube? Camodo Gaming here, bringing you guys another episode of Tiny Town VR. And yes, folks, we're back once again, and today we are going to continue with the little Elvis gang story. So if you don't know about the Elvis gang, they're new in town and they are causing all sorts of havoc, including stealing Lamborghinis and other supercars, and stealing Costume Man's costumes from a factory. So that's not the only thing they're going to be doing, because the most highest upvoted suggestion for the next build was going to be a bank robbery. So we did a bank robbery in the old city, but this one's going to be a little bit different. They're going to be using a little bit more, I would say, brute force, because they're the Elvis gang and they're extreme and stuff. Now, one last thing I did ask you guys from last episode was to come up with a name for the Elvis gang, and the winner of that is this comment here, and it says the Back Alley Elvises. So that's going to be the name of the gang. If you guys have any suggestions for future Tiny Town episodes, comment down below. It doesn't have to be related to this. It can be something completely different, and the highest upvoted comment will be built next episode. Also, while you're down there, hit that thumbs up button. It helps out my channel, and let's do this. Okay, so we are totally placing this bank right off the highway. That way we can keep all the chaos kind of in one area. Actually, when I say chaos in one area, I mean the whole city's chaos. But still, I want to build over here because I like the way it looks. I like the way the highway looks. Also, I do kind of still want to do something with the bridge. Maybe next episode if you guys have any suggestions. But yeah, let's start building right about here. Okay, first things first, we need to find a bank. Now, we can use what appears to be the town hall. That one looks pretty good. Or we can go like big bank. Maybe it's like some sort of huge heist, kind of at a much bigger building. You know, we could use this. This looks pretty good. Kind of looks like it could be a bank. This one over here looks like a bank. This one definitely is a bank too. I think this might have been the original building we used. Man, it's tempting to use this one again because it looks so darn good. Maybe we'll use this one. We can do a separate wing of the bank too. We could do like a secondary building of some sorts. You have this building here. Maybe this is a part of the financial institute. Maybe this is like the really fancy bank. And this is the you're not so fancy and can't afford it bank. Alright, we'll see what we're going to do here. We'll try to customize it. Now, when I said they're going to be breaking in via brute force, I think they're going to plow something into the side of it, and they're going to try to drag the vault out. Now, I don't have a piece for the vault, so I think they're still going to be in the process of blowing it open. But they're going to be outside causing all sorts of chaos. Alright, I decided to just go with the one building here because it looks too darn good not to use. Plus, I want to decorate the grounds around it. So, I'm pretty sure there was a fence around here, and they plowed through the side. Question is, what did they plow into the bank with? Like, was it a car? Was it something else? I don't know, I feel like we should use a car. We could use one of the apocalypse cars from the zombie pack. So maybe they armored one up. You know, they could have driven maybe a fuel tanker into the side of it and blown up the side of the bank, but wouldn't that be kind of counterintuitive because the whole fact that you're going to burn all the money? So maybe they ran the school bus into here. So it's an armored school bus, and they popped out with their weapons, and they held everybody up here. So I could totally place this like into the side of the bank. Let's turn off snapping real quick. So say they ran in here, so I'll have it like setting out about like this. Now you're probably thinking to yourself, that looks kind of funny, Camodo. Well, we're gonna decorate it to make it look like there's actually a hole here. So I'm pretty sure if we do something like this, we'll stick some debris down below it. And then I think I've got a hole piece I can use. So we'll kind of layer those two things right there. And then there's a hole piece somewheres over here. We'll use it to make the hole in the side of the bank. So something like this. So now it looks like there's actually a hole in the side of the bank. So they plowed through the side. Basically, we're going to say the vault probably was in the middle of the bank. But maybe if they plow through on one side, they're just planning to rip it out or something. They could have explosives. You know, it's the Elvis gang, the Back Alley Elvises. They probably have something they can do. You know what they could have? Let's see. Do we have a helicopter here that looks decent? No, there's some weird helicopters in the game. Like this one, this will probably work. Or we could do a military helicopter. Do they have a Huey? We could say they stole a Huey from the military base, and they're planning on trying to haul it out. You know, it's probably a fairly heavy vault. Maybe they're only hauling out certain deposit boxes or something, and they're planning to hook them up to winches up here, and that's how they're going to get them out. So you got the ground crew that does the dirty work in the bank, and you got the people up here that are ready for the escape. I'm liking this. This heist sounds pretty good. Now, since Tiny Town or our city has the biggest police force ever, there is still going to be a police standoff going on outside. So we'll have SWAT team pulling up. Maybe some of the Elvis people are firing off the front of the bank here as the others inside are doing the work. Alright, so I got some cool ideas here. So we're going to go ahead and get a roof air conditioning or roof air vent up here. And we're going to say they dropped in some sort of gas. That way they can knock everybody out in the bank. So we'll have some people up there working. And also we're going to put some ATMs over here. That way people can go in and out, or actually on the outside for fast cash. Okay, looking for the bank. I know there's a bank sign here somewheres. Come on, there it is. Alright, so we got that. Let's go ahead and put the bank sign on the front. Like how it fits in there just perfect. It is as if this is kind of supposed to be a bank. Yes. Alright, so one thing I need to reevaluate is kind of the angle the bus hit. So we're going to maybe move it a little bit more this way, because it had to have gone through the fence here. So we're going to remove 3 pieces of fence here. We'll kind of put them on the ground. There we go. So you can see it kind of has more of a clear path as to where it went in order to crash into the bank here. So it probably raced down this road, and we'll probably put some concrete area over here. Maybe there's a building over here. So it raced down, it raced through that, and it crashed into the side of it. Alright, so I think for the most part the bank's decorations are done. I added some trees to this, you got some rocks, you got the fountain out front. I really think it actually came out really, really great. So it's time for the actual robbery. So like I said, up here we'll have the guys poisoning the air, or I guess putting everybody to sleep. You'll have the enforcer team down here of the Elvis people, and then you'll have the pickup team up here getting ready to pick up the safe deposit boxes and or vault. Like I said, with the 2 choppers, I don't think they're lifting a vault, but maybe they're lifting out big sections of gold or something. And then maybe they're going to get away in this too. Also, this could tie into the whole fact that there's a big supercar chase on the highway. Maybe they're going to bring some of those cars directly down to load up some cash, and everybody spreads. That way the cops couldn't actually track everybody. Alright, so we're ready for the Elvis portion of the heist. So you can see back here, they are still trying to steal bags of money. Like, they're trying to steal everything in there, from the vault pieces, bags of money, whatever they can get a hold of. So you can see they're trying to load up the back of the bus here with the bags. So you'll see some people have bags. You see one with a radio, which you'll notice all the groups have radios. That way they communicate back and forth. So yeah, they're fighting. They're loading up the back of the bus here. One of the Elvis gang members went down, so they're dragging him back towards the bus. And then you have the people coming out of the front of the bank here. So they're firing at the SWAT officers that I haven't placed out here yet. So yeah, they're firing at those. And then you have the people up here. So you can see they've got the grenades. They're loading them up in the top of the AC, and they're poisoning, or I should say putting the bank to sleep. So yeah, you've got them up here, you've got their little radio here, and then you've got this guy that's got an RPG, and he's going to be firing down there. This looks cool. So if you look at it from kind of like back here, you can get a feel for the chaos. And then also up here, you've got the people in the helicopters. So you got this one that's providing some support, and then you got this dude up here, which he's got a radio in his hand, calling down, trying to, I guess, coordinate some of the robbery or the heist that's going on out here. Alright, so it's time for the police force here. So we can say maybe they got a tip. Maybe they knew this was about to happen and they were able to rush over in time to catch it kind of in progress. That way we can have a big battle. Like I was saying, give me a number. Comment down below. How many members are there of the police and the military here in Tiny Town? Like, it's got to be like half the city, right? Right? Alright, so let's get down to the nitty-gritty with the police. So you can see they've clogged up the street here. There's a ton of officers and SWAT officers out here. Now, you know what? It always seems like the Tiny Town police are always, like, underpowered. So they've got something new here. So I decorated this guy here. So I think he's supposed to be some sort of like bomb removal, but we're gonna say he's fully armored up. And he's got a minigun, and he is tired of the bank robbers. So this is the new thing they're going to deploy and have him take care of the situation. So yeah, behind him, you've got more SWAT officers. They're kind of taking cover behind the police cars here. You can kind of see how chaotic the situation is. You got some more police officers here, SWAT vans. Just look at this. And then look at the background and seeing all that, like, that stuff going on. And then looking on this side and seeing the highway heist. And just over here, you got the people about to blow up the bridge, which the cops are completely not even paying attention to, which is kind of funny. So, you've got that. That looks pretty cool. I want to add some more things to the scene. So I'm going to say that maybe Mr. RPG over there fired one of these RPGs, and maybe he's blowing up maybe the SWAT van back here. Maybe he hit a little sideways or something. That's why he's so off target. So I want to put this over here, and I'm going to add that little explosion effect. I think it's something like this. Man, that just adds a whole lot to the back side of the scene. Also, this guy has no weapon. You know what? Since he has no weapon, we've got to give him something special. This guy brought a banana. Yes, he brought a banana to a gunfight. So that's what he's fighting with. So we've got that. Now I thought of something else. What if the school bus over here was actually going to pull out and they were going to attempt to also drag some stuff down the street? Because you know what? We have a tow truck. So we can place this over here, and we'll say a couple of the ELVIS people pulled up with this thing. So yeah, they can pretty much pull something away, whether it be safety deposit boxes or whatever they need to pull away. They can hook it and drive out. Because once you think about it, there's so much chaos going on. Once they scatter, how are the cops going to be able to catch them all? It's just not possible. So I think regardless of the outcome here, you're going to have a pretty successful heist. Now, what kind of Tiny Town episode would this be if we didn't have one character here? And you guys know who she is. It's Oblivious Grandma. So she is stuffing in money into the ATM, or attempting to. Don't worry, she didn't rob something like all the other people here. She actually won all this in bingo night. So yeah, she's trying to stuff the money into the ATM because it seems to be there's some sort of ruckus going on in the bank that she doesn't want to deal with right now. So she's doing that. She's social distancing, and she's got a taco because why not? So yeah, she's got a briefcase of money, and she's completely ignoring all this going on around her because grandmas. So that's about it for the scene. This is going to be a shorter scene because it's so like small and kind of focused in one area that you really can't do much else with it. Plus the whole fact that you got the other gang chaos going on. So let me know what you guys want to see on the next episode. Thank you guys for all love and support, and we will see you guys next time.